Welcome to another episode of Gaming and Performance. I am your host, and I am back with another video. This time, I want to discuss how reverse boosting fixes skill-based matchmaking and engagement-optimized matchmaking. Let us begin. It was alleged that a company within Activision called Demonware is responsible for skill-based matchmaking and engagement-optimized matchmaking, and is allegedly behind what we see in-game regarding those aspects that is allegedly in the game. We all know what skill-based matchmaking is. It puts you in a lobby against players with similar skill to yourself, be it your teammates or your opponents. And let me repeat that. Your teammates should also be as equally skilled as you, not just your opponents. I know a lot of people who discuss skill-based matchmaking only discuss the opponent's aspect, but it's also supposed to leverage your teammates. Your teammates are supposed to be equally skilled as you. That is very important to note. It doesn't cause bad matches. It doesn't mess with you in real time while you're playing. It doesn't alter your hit registration. It doesn't mess with your ability to function within the game. It doesn't do anything in real time. All it's supposed to do is match you with equally skilled players within that lobby. It's randomized who you play against and who's your teammate. But skill-based matchmaking is supposed to create a lobby of players where their skill is equal to one another. That's it. However, what I found is that there's something else going on. And from the research I've done, it is called engagement optimized matchmaking, which means engagement optimized matching, or as TikTok users call it, variable ratio reinforcement scheduling. Link in description below. And what this does is keep you playing or engaged in playing the game with fewer downtime between sessions. It is not, I repeat, not based on per session basis, but based on continuous sessions with the least amount of downtime between sessions. It's a form of addictive gambling, in my opinion, in which you are able to walk away from it, but will return to get that win. This is done by feeding you a win, then rigging you the maximum level losses before letting you win again, making you addicted because you are engaged to playing the game to win again after so many losses, which optimizes or balance you, making you feel good about the game. And you want to feel that way again by winning again. However, your win rate is randomized, making your losses more normalized, which is why it's rigged. What I've seen to make you lose the match is, but not limited, putting you with teammates who are actual bots or are so bad at the game, you simply quit. You are a few milliseconds behind everyone else. Aim down sight and aim movement speed is slower than normal than I had in the last match, in which I had a pretty high KD and score. Recoil is worse than it was in the last match. Again, prior match, I had a higher KD and score. I have a higher levels of bloom in the game. Now, this is only supposed to be in COD, but I do question if it's in other COD games. But again, in the prior match, no problem with bloom. Players are harder to see beyond 30 feet, in which I didn't have a problem in a prior match. And when I've had a good match, they are not calculated to reflect my stats sometimes. Light machine gun players can run past you at the start of the match. Hit registration issues, shots not registering, and more shots than normal to take an opponent out. Slower than normal movement speed. Aim resistance on targeted enemies, be it mouse or controller. Aim down sight is slower than normal. Being placed in cheater lobbies. You're not shadow banned, but for some reason, you are in a lobby of shadow banned players. And I know that because during chat, they tell me they're shadow banned, but I'm not. I have a ping of 30. They have a ping of 130, 140. Why am I in their lobbies? Playing against players with a much higher skill than myself. Not everyone cheats. Some people are actually very good at this game, but I'm no longer skill-based at that point because I am not in a lobby with equally skilled players than myself. I'm in a lobby with players who have a higher skill than myself. That is not skill-based matchmaking. When I am close to getting either a nuke or a higher kill streak, players will spawn directly behind me. I could be 5 feet from the wall, and a player I have seen spawn directly behind me with their butt against the wall, firing on me because I'm the first thing they see. I thought that these players were actually cheating, but come to find out, these are bot players with a very low KD, and for that match, they're at the bottom of the list. These people are not cheating. It is the game that does that. I am put into cheater lobbies. These people are actually advertising cheats during chat. Why am I in these lobbies? This is just my opinion. I don't have any proof of it, but I found that I seem to at times play against AI bots whose only objective is to track me down. They go to a certain spot, look out a window or door or corner, and wait for me to come around the corner and just boom, one-shot me. And that brings another thing that I've noticed when I'm in these EOMM matches. My opponents can two-shot me or one-shot me. Listen, I record them, and I can clearly tell that these opponents are using SMGs and assault rifles, and they're able to take me down in 1 to 2 shots. That is not normal. Those weapons were not designed for that at range. I'm not close up on them. I am a good 40 to 50 feet apart from them. Weapon balance for their weapons are greater than mine. After a few matches, normal players simply become harder to compete against due to the rigged nature of how you are hamstrung from the base gameplay mechanics of your weapons and movement speed, and other things that I have not been able to articulate in this video. However, when you are placed in a match to win, all those bots you experience are on the other team and not yours. You are on time to the server. You start off just as fast or faster than your teammates. There is no aim assist resistance, but you actually do get aim assists, which makes it easier than normal to acquire targets with your reticle. Your opponents are much lower skill set than yourself. By the way, even lower skilled players are engaged optimized matchmaking, so don't think that having a lower KD prevents you from this. And you either get a nuke or close to it by the end of the match, but you are no longer skill-based matchmaking in those rare matches. And you can tell because you can get 100 kills and 10 deaths, and all your opponents were killed by you at least 10 times each, and none of them leave the lobby. The lobby stays full even at the end of the match, but no one talks. No one talks in chat, no one texts. It is quiet. No one seems to have a mic. No one discusses the match at all. You can have 10 to 15 players and everyone is silent. Even when I make an attempt to start a conversation with them, no one responds. That is not normal, especially when I'm on console. PC, it depends, but you will get somebody engaging with you in some form of communication, whether they're happy, they're upset, they think you're cheating, they think you're not cheating, they think I'm good, they think they're good. Somebody is saying something after that kind of match, but to get nothing, to be as if you're the only living, breathing person in that lobby, makes, for me, a smoking gun. Now, I want to make it clear that this is still EOMM, in which you are still engaged in the game based on that win. That win that I just described to you, how easier that match is only rare. While reverse boosting, it happens more often because of your skill set and not the game making it easier for you to win once every 5, 6, 7, 8 losses, depending on your maximum number of losses to keep you engaged in playing the game. All this information that I acquired about skill-based matchmaking and engagement optimized matchmaking is real. I cannot prove that it's real. This video is not proof that it's real, but I'm presenting a smoking gun that is very likely to be true because that has been my experience. And the reason why I know that this is real is because that when I reverse boost, all of that goes away. All my problems are fixed. I don't have hit registration issues. I don't have latency issues. I don't lag behind the server. I don't have bullet registration issues. I don't have aim resistant issues. Although I don't get aim assist, I don't need it, but I'm not in a lobby full of cheaters. I'm not in a lobby full of players that are so above my skill set, it makes it impossible for me to even move around the map. If you're at a certain skill level, you cannot distinguish between a higher skill level player and a cheater because of the gapping difference between skill sets. If I go around the corner and I'm instantly killed, and that happens multiple times, It's not for me to determine whether that player is highly skilled or just a cheater. What this does tell me is that I am no longer in a skill-based matchmaking lobby, but some other factor is more prevalent at play, and that is not fair for me as a gamer. This has been my experience. This has caused countless frustration and removed the fun I used to have playing COD, and in my personal view and experience caused a great deal of anxiety and stress that I should not experience after paying for a product which has a negative effect on me mentally, psychologically, and emotionally. I didn't buy this product to have a negative effect to me as a person, and I find it disingenuous and distasteful that I've had to experience this because someone feels that they have to do this in order to engage me in their products. I simply like COD. I always like COD. I don't need any incentives, especially negative ones, to keep me playing COD. I can just play COD without those. And I'm telling you this because I'm not the only one that feels that way. However, because I do, I want justice for the negative experience I've encountered. And in order to do this, I found a way that avoids this while playing the game, even though it cost me a little more to do so. I wanted to justify and verify that it works. This is not wholly my idea, and I've watched countless videos and viewed many posts in order to collect the necessary information to know that this does work, and that is reverse boost. I know for a fact that once I reverse boost, as I said before, all of this goes away. I no longer have problems. I no longer have issues with the game. The game plays as it should, or as I remember it from years ago. I do thank you for your time. Have a good day.